right, welcome to Pacer Chat. After taking 2 weeks off, we got a new face in here, Josh Coleman, who is out in Arizona, but used to be a Floridian. He was over here in Florida for a few years, and so we have him out there. We brought him on because he just wrote a book, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. Josh is familiar with Florida races. We met way back at the Sweat, Swat, and Swear during COVID years. I think that was 2021. We were actually out at the Green Swamp instead of over in the Citrus track up in Inverness area. So, Josh, welcome to the show. Glad you're on. He's been tearing it up in the 200 miles. I think he did the. Is it the Grand Slam or is it what do they call it? The three?
That one's called the Triple Crown.
The Triple Crown. Okay.
And then Grand Slam is if you do Monster as well. I think 5 people did it this year and completed all 4. So if you did the Monster as well, but I wasn't going to do a 300 before I'd done a 200, so I didn't end up doing the 300. But yes, so yeah, if you just do the 3 200s, it's the Triple Crown.
Do they? Is there something? Is there something if you add in the Cocodona too, or is that?
There were some people like giving it names, like what do they call it, like the Monster Dona. I think Andy Glaze was like trying to give it a name. I mean, they're different race organizations, so there's no affiliation there. So, but yeah, I forgot the others. Like Coca Monster and Monster Dona. I think those were the names that were going around. If you did all.
So, Bobby Joe, welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed last week. So we always like to tune in. We always like to talk about how our running is going at the start of the show. I don't think either one of us has a race. Oh, we got our Run Fluid Christmas race.
Yeah, I went from having no races to 2 races this month.
Nice.
You got 2 Christmas races in a row?
Those 2 weeks being sick, like I've gone out 3 times this week, and it's my first time running ever. Like I can't hold an 11-minute mile. That's how I feel right now. It's so bad. I've never had a cold that bad before in my life, and so hopefully Loanne forgives me in that relay race because she's gonna have to carry the team.
You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to recover. So,
and then I got the December 20th is the Slay It 6-hour, 12-hour in Lake Wales. So 10 minutes from my daughter's house. There's no reason not to sign up.
Yep. So, and I like to say I'm still recovering just because I can't get in the groove of running after the 200. I did have a good weekend. I think I did a 10 miler and a 19 miler 2 days in a row. So felt pretty good. I just got that Run Fluent Christmas race and then possibly Big Scrub. I'm shooting for January 2nd start.
Did you do a turkey trot?
I did do a turkey trot, a 31-minute turkey trot with my daughter. So it was good. So nice. It was nice and hot this year in Florida.
I was so sad because I normally take the baby and push her in the stroller. Well, she's 3 years old now, so she gets heavier every year to push her in the stroller. And then she does the little kids race, but we were both sick, so that would not have been kind to take some germs to a bunch of people. So.
Yeah. Josh, what do you have coming up? I know we talked about you're doing Black Canyon. Anything before that?
Yeah, nothing else before that. So I'm all in training mode right now. So really working on. So I'll have Black Canyon, but I'll do Boston after that. So really working on VO2 max work right now. So I was back in the Midwest a couple of weeks ago, and it got really cold there, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. So it's been nice to get back to Arizona to some warmer temperatures. But yeah, just training mode right now. No more races this year. I think I had enough. So, but yeah, I agree with you. After those 200s, yeah, it took me a good 3 to 4 weeks to feel like I had my legs back again.
Yeah, I think we were talking. Me and Josh are both in the Western States Lottery and also in the Tahoe 200 race. And I think there's a bunch of us. I think Brian Casante, Simon's in there, a few other people, and we're all on the fence. And we're like, well. Wait, if we get into the lottery, well, I know if I get in the lottery, I'm pulling out of Tahoe. But today I'm thinking, I'm like, what if I get like 40th on the wait list for Western States? You're like, what do? You get in the week. If you get in, you get the week of. And I'm like, I gotta go to Tahoe.
The day before.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll be out there.
Didn't Dan Green get in like the day before?
No, he got in a couple weeks.
It was a couple weeks.
But somebody got in like the day before, and they were like out east somewhere, I believe, and they had to fly. They had to basically get on a plane and get out there.
Yeah. So
I say you do it. If you do Tahoe and Western, you can't say no.
No. You got to do it. It's just,
No, there's no. I know it's a dilemma. I think your chances are way better than mine, Jeff. You got way more tickets. I've only got a measly 2. So my percentage. What is your percentage? What is the percentage for 64?
17%. Was it last year that we had 0 people from Florida, or we had 1 person?
Yeah. So what do you have? You have 2, so you got a 0.66%.
Yeah.
They should be like, the percentages change. I think if you're in California, you have a higher percentage of getting in.
Yeah. So
they say it's an authentic lottery, but who knows?
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. So
yeah.
All right. Paul says this is a year for me. So Paul, it's funny because we're gonna play a video later on. You commented in that video, which is pretty cool on the playback. So we'll play that in a little bit. But we're going to start recapping some races. So we got 2 weeks of races, a lot of races in Florida. We'll start with the Colt 45 Colt 45, but they got the 60 miler, 45 miler, 45K. And this is at Colt Creek State Park. This is the A1 Ultras. Let me pull up the, we were out there. Hang on, I never even added it.
Something else I missed because I was sick.
Yeah. So we were out there manning the aid station. So we have a great video called "Making Aid Stations Great Again." So on our YouTube channel, did they pop up? Yeah. So we had fun out there. We were out there with Joe Miller, Joe Fuller, and this is our video right here, "Making Aid Stations Great." So we had corn dogs out there, hot dogs. It was a blast out there. We had a good time. All right, so in the Colt 45, in the 60 miler, you have, for the men, you had Caleb Turner, Esteban Romero, and then Lucas Vidal finished out the podium in third place.
Caleb and Esteban both hit course records.
Yep, they did go under course record, and then Lucas was just over the course record. So on the female side, you had Kiko. She was running well all day long. Shirley Ramirez, and then Mandy Venerables. Is that wrong?
It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm horrible. Josh, you're gonna learn I say names so bad on here. She was third place. On the female side, how did they do? Kiko had the 4th fastest time, and then Shirley had the 5th fastest time. So Bernadette broke the top 10 on there.
Nice.
Great job to her. 45 miler. It was a great race. Mike Goreski was first. Caitlin Soley was nope. Hang on, I'm looking for the males. Actually, you had Michelle Bozard was 2nd overall, and Caitlin Soley was 3rd overall.
Is that Fred's wife?
What's that?
Or is that Fred's wife or no?
Actually, it was. Yeah, it is. I didn't even realize. Yeah, Fred was out there pacing. So yeah, that was Fred's wife. Yeah. I didn't. I read the name.
All about the Florida community, John.
Yeah. And then so male side, 3rd male was Sean Butterworth. The girls actually kicked butt out there. So what you had? What 3 in the top 5? Carissa Parker was 3rd overall. How do they do? I don't think any of them broke the top 10. Because I'm still on there. On the female side, Michelle Bozard was 4th 4th fastest, and then Caitlin was 10th fastest.
We have Paul Gibbs who's in the chat. He was on there.
Yeah, Paul was out there.
12 miler.
Yep. And then in the 45K, Trevor was first. Talked to Trevor out there. I actually know Trevor through a friend. Then on the female side, it was Laura Segura. So, and then they had 14 miler. Well, those out there. So, all right. Congrats to everyone that did Colt 45. Next race was the Legacy Trail, and I was out at that race too. I got to.
So Colt 45 was Saturday. Legacy Trail was Sunday.
Yep. That's nice. So again, we were out there for that race, and if you go to the British Invasion with Andrew Kelly, I got to crew Andrew out there. So great race. So both Andrew, Eric. So this is a great matchup right here. So Andrew Kelly and Eric Kalina, we talk about this every week. These guys have run 4 races together. So they started at Dirty Bear, where Andrew, I think, was 3rd and Eric was 4th. Then they went to Pinellas Trail Challenge. Eric was like 6th and Andrew was 7th. Then they went to Tampa Bay 100 a month later. Andrew was 1st, Eric was 2nd. And then they went to going into Legacy Trail. Andrew was 1st, Eric was 2nd. Both went under course record. Great video. If you want to watch the videos. So they did really well. It was fun watching those two battle it out. And I think Andrew went, like 13 minutes under course record. And then even Eric broke his own course record on that course. So you got Andrew, Eric. And then Lindsay Vera was 3rd overall, which is Eric's girlfriend. And she won Tampa Bay 100 also. So she's having a great year.
Well, I think it's, I don't know if Eric minds me calling him out here, but Eric's 55 years old. And Andrew's 29. So.
That's inspiring. I love seeing the 40 and 50-year-olds. It gives me hope.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Both. Eric. You can see the frustration on Eric's face just going up. He's like, man, I got to go up against Andrew again. But the two of them just had
when is he going home?
Had a 4-race battle. So they ran really well. And both crushed the Tampa Bay 100 and went under the course record there. Both went under the course record at Legacy Trail. So those guys had a great 4-race series. But Lindsay Vera, she was 1st female. Sage Lyons was 2nd, and then Kathy Lennon was 3rd. And then Justin Boyle rounded out the men's side in 3rd place. So and Hector Guzman, 5th place. He's another great runner.
I learned something about Justin Boyle recently. He repairs
What's that?
He repairs screens. I see his yard signs around my neighborhood.
Oh, do you? I think I knew that because I ran with Justin one day.
I was like, there can't be another Justin Boyle.
No, I think you're right. I remember us talking about it. We were running with Luke Bidell, and we were. So
if you get a tear in your screen enclosure on your pool, then contact Justin Boyle.
Justin Boyle, yeah, great. And he's new to the scene, so he's only been around a couple years, and he's tearing it up too. So. I mean, there's a lot of newbies on that list that are doing really well. Lindsay Vera is just fun to watch. She's getting faster and faster. Congrats to her. All right, last of Felascans. That was the other one.
That went exactly as we thought it was going to go.
It went exactly the way we thought it was going to go. So basically, it became a battle between Matt Clapper and Mike Alberts. Those guys both went over 100 miles. So Matt Clapper got the win. Alberts got the assist. Someone pointed something out to me, and I don't know how accurate it is, but then you look at this, you look right in the middle from, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, they're all 21 years old. So I'm curious if someone
Katie was
pointed
out there. Katie's in the chat. Maybe she can let us know how many kids she saw running around.
I'm like curious, like these guys, were they in a bar and are like, let's go do this knockout race and see what we can.
Well, they're all from different parts of Florida too.
Yeah. Katie is saying there was a lot of young people in there. So, but they're all. Someone said, "Hey, look how many 21-year-olds there are in this race." I'm like, all right. So,
I wonder what their lap times were. Like if they did fast, if they were doing like 30-minute lap times or something.
Yeah.
Because they're young and they're just going out fast and.
Yeah. So I mean, congrats on the, and I don't think a lot of them had ultra signups. So,
college kids from UF, she says.
Patrick Gallagher is recruiting out at the University of Florida. He's in the quad, looking for a backyard ultra runners. So, all right. The other Florida race was the Skeet Shoot, St. Lucia Skeet Shoot. I didn't realize it was a Mike Melton race. So,
if it's HardRock sign up, it's a Mike Melton race.
Yeah. So on the 50K, hang on, I can't read it, so I got to pull down this. All right. So you had Ken Blanton. No, that's not. Did I miss the? I'm sorry, I missed the top 50K people. Actually, I have it. You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but on the 50K, Traeger won the 50K in 5:34. Lucas Montgomery was top male in 6:19. Christopher Knight 6:34. Brian Ramsey 6:52. Then you got Kenneth Bland. I must have cut out the top of those in 7:07. So, yep. And then let me go back to they had a 100K, and then in the 100K you had Adam Savo from Port St. Lucie 11:53, Laura Copeland 16:05, and Brian Mulrooney 17:44.
And it says there too, Janet Napolitano DNF'd. She just ran at the 48-hour 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So
yeah,
she had some miles on her legs going into that.
Yeah. All right. Then we go to the big race. Where we got two big races. Where was the one I was looking for? The JFK 50. Here it is. JFK 50 miler. I watched a recap of this. Great race. We were watching, Hans Troyer, brand new, fairly new to the sport, young kid, young and fit. He's been kind of tearing it up. He won the race. Just missed the course record by David Sinclair. And David Sinclair was second overall, and Stephen Kirsch was third. He was 25 seconds behind David Sinclair. On the female side, you had Jay Belsberg, Shea Alcalano, and Hannah Algood rounded out the top three. They actually had pretty good coverage, so I kind of watched it in speed mode, kind of getting to the good parts of the race. So we did have. Go ahead.
If anyone wants to know more about Hans Troyer, there's a really good documentary on YouTube called "The Kid." It's impressive. It's just it's genetics.
Yeah.
He was just kissed by an angel or whatever you want to call it. So.
Yeah, I mean it's funny watching. Someone said Janet didn't do well because she was my son.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy Steve. He was out at Bulldog with us, and he was singing on the track for everybody, keeping us.
Yeah, it's funny watching that video because Hans didn't know about fueling, and what was he racing Black Canyon and went into what do you call it? Can't think of the word, but he was hospitalized for 2 weeks. And just because he wasn't fueling well out there, but turned around, ran a great race last year at the Canyons to get his golden ticket, and then he was top 10. I don't know what place he was at States. I know he's top 10. So he's
eighth, maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah. And then just tore it up at JFK. So he looked so fresh out there, and he did put out a video about his JFK experience. I watched it yesterday, so it was a pretty good video if you want to see that. So. I was talking to my buddy Brian Charbonneau. I'm like, hey, when are we going to JFK? We never talk about JFK. He's like, it's on my list every year. I'm like, all right, we need to go up. So Scott Hoover ran it this year. So congrats to Scott.
Oh,
He had a pretty good time. Forgot he was going up there. And then the other race is Fat Ox, and this happened out near you, Josh, out in here. I don't know how close it was actually to you. Where's the race at? Buckeye, Arizona.
Yep.
So they had a bunch of races. They had a 100-mile, they had a Mount to Coast 100K, they had a 50K, they had 48 hours, 24 hours, and then the USATF 24 hours, and then there's 12 and 6. So
like it's like jackpot.
Yeah. Lots of races in there. So
Scott Trayer's my coach, so yeah, know him well.
Oh, good deal.
He actually lives out here. It's funny. He still has his Massachusetts. It's his city.
It does say, I interviewed Scott for the 24-hour team, and I said, you ever going to change it to Arizona? He's like, nope, I'm going to keep that mass. I
still have my Florida.
So I did. I forgot we were reviewing one of the races, and I pull up all the Florida. I'm like, there's Josh Coleman. So Scott's a really cool guy. He hasn't tried to get into the time races yet.
I haven't. I've done one backyard last year, kind of a last minute thing, and ended up doing like 80 yards, and I dropped because I was like, I would have kept going, but I dropped out because I was like 3 weeks out from running the Tahoe 200, and I didn't want to mess up my training. I should only done like 50 miles, but you know how the competitiveness goes. So I think I got overall, but
80-mile recovery run.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, but I wasn't sure if I liked the format, but I really did enjoy it. But yeah, Scott is big into those. Yeah, he was on part of the national team as well and ran in France back in September.
Yeah. October, mid-October.
Yeah, he's been on the team the last two cycles. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even think about this. Do you know when Desert Solstice is? That should be coming up.
Yes, it's usually the end of the month, isn't it? Or December, like 19th, 20th.
Yeah. I mean, I know
across the years as well, which is the end of December. But yeah,
that's their last. It usually starts around the 28th and goes to like January 4th.
Yep. The 48 hour, they actually had some pretty good times in the 48 hours. They had 195 miles and the female won it, Joelle Fenton. What did Lo Ann just do?
201.
Okay, that's our one of our Florida runners.
Desert Solstice is December 20th.
Okay, so it's coming up in a couple weeks. Mark Sanderson was the lead male, 177. Look who was last place. Can you see that down there?
Jamil Curry.
I'm sure.
Is it an Air Viper race?
Yeah, it's an Air Viper race. I didn't even see what the regular 24-hour was. The 83 miles was the winner, and the regular USATF was 137.
Oh yeah, now I can't wait to talk about Desert Solstice. I'm just looking at that. So a couple weeks.
And then the 100 mile. I mean, they had some decent times in the 100 mile. 18:24 was the winner. And then in the Mount to Coast 100K, you had 11:06 was the winner. So that's pretty good, pretty fast 100K time. So, all right. So that is Fat Ox. We got any other races we want to cover that already happened? I can't think of any. That covers it, man. All right. So now this weekend, Josh, we have a Florida 100 happening this weekend in Festivus up in Jacksonville, and so
nice.
we will be up there live streaming. So they have a 100-miler, 50-miler, 35-miler, 14-miler, and 7-miler. So we're pretty excited. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to head up there to do that race. We got.
I'll be getting there around midnight tomorrow.
Yeah. Joe Miller will be rolling in. He said Saturday morning. We got Andrew Kelly. We're going to give Andrew Kelly a camera. He's going to be on course. Mark Burgett's going to be on course with a camera. We're hoping we can get Kevin on camera. I know he's up there crewing Shay. We're looking for it. Emily's going to be up there. She's not running, but we're going to try and get. She is the volunteer coordinator, so we're going to try and get her on camera. She said she's going to stop in. I didn't realize she was born in the same town as I was. No, she's born in the town I live in, Dunedin. So I think Katie's up there. Katie Jenkins is timing up there, and Mike Alberts will be taking pictures. So we're gonna have a party up there. So we're looking forward to going up there. Festivus is gonna be fun. So we got the live stream going on all weekend long, starting Saturday morning. This is the just look for this on Facebook. This is our live stream thumbnail. And we're gonna have fun. So with that going on, we're also going to be talking about the lotteries. So you got the lotteries happening this weekend. So while we're live streaming, we're going to be watching the lotteries. And if you wait, Katie says she jumped into the 14-miler. So so it's going to be fun watching. So the lotteries, you got the Western States Lottery happening, and you got the HardRock lottery happening. So both of them kind of go on at the same time. I believe they're starting around 11 o'clock. It's a 3-hour time difference, 8 a.m. out there at.
Do we know anybody personally in the HardRock lottery?
I'm in the HardRock lottery.
You are?
You got two of us here in the HardRock lottery. Are you, Josh? You're in the HardRock, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think
it's just not as popular with the Florida runners.
I think there were 17. I think we had 17 runners in the HardRock lottery from Florida. So you do have a decent amount. Great thing about the HardRock lottery, we can talk about that first, is a lot of times your qualifier counts for 2 years. So even though I didn't run a HardRock qualifier this year, I still have mine from Run Rabbit Run in 2024. And then I'm pretty sure they're getting ready to yank the Tahoe 200, but I think I get another. I'm still good for a year. I think the 2026 version still counts as a HardRock qualifier. So if I get into Western States, I'm out of Tahoe, and now I'm in September. I'm looking for a HardRock qualifier. I don't know. Josh threw out the Mammoth 200. Well, I don't know. No, that might not be a qualifier for a HardRock. It's such a new race that it might not have made it on there.
Yeah. I think I've heard a rumor they're going to move the date too up.
Oh, move it sooner?
It'll be more, supposedly maybe it might be mid-December, but you didn't hear from me, even though I know we're on live stream.
Move it later or
earlier. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So yeah, I don't think it's going to end up being a HardRock qualifier. All right, so we got this email the other day about the HardRock qualifying. I think their tickets are kind of like the same way. You double every year, but then also if you volunteer, you get tickets. I think there's all kind. I don't know. Do you know that? Have you dug into this, Josh?
I haven't. But I do want to get out there and volunteer. I've never been to the race, so I definitely want to get out there.
Yeah. And then the HardRock lottery has like 4 lotteries in it. So you have the male never, the female never, the male finish, and the female finish. And so so the biggest group obviously is the male never finish with 1,900 runners in there, and then the females 565, and then the finisher. So I think there's total 2,700, just under 2,800 runners in that lottery. And then you go down and you have, this is how you kind of do your kind of ticket count. So Josh, how many tickets do you have in there?
One
ticket. Okay. So Josh, I got 2 in there. So Josh would be the male never, 611 applicants. I'm in the 2 tickets, male never, 394. And then this person has 8,192 tickets in HardRock.
Just let them in.
It's a female never. They've never run it.
There's got to be a story there. That can't just be. Right.
Yeah. So they're like, and then you go down. I mean, you can look right here. And I've broken down what the Florida was. You can do the breakdown.
Who's the 8,000 person?
I don't know. There's pages and
Maybe
pages.
they're just like a volunteer. Maybe it's just for fun, or it's a volunteer or an employee or something.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like Alyssa St. Laurent 256.
It'll take you 2 hours just to scroll to the bottom.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of going down. I found my name. It really doesn't make too much of a so that's the HardRock lottery. That's going to happen the same day. And so that will be fun to watch. Then we got the Western States Lottery. This will be here's the odds right here. So I put something up on. So here's the applicants right here. So what do they say? Total number of tickets total number of entrants is 11,334. Almost 100,000 tickets, all going for 257 spots. So 5 people have 512. I guess they did a what do they call it? A mock lottery, and so these are the numbers that were selected right here in the mock. So the good thing for me is the biggest group was 64 tickets with 43 people getting picked out of the 239. So we'll see. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to pull that off. So cool thing about the lottery, I got to go out. I went out in 2020 to the lottery. We did. My buddy was going out to CIM to run CIM, and I'm like, well, I'll go with you to CIM if we can go to the lottery. He's like, all right. And then he calls me. He's like, hey, I got a bid for CIM for you. Do you want it? I'm like, all right, I'll go to the lottery and then run CIM. And then Luis Gomez is like, hey, you guys are going out to the lottery? I'll go to the lottery. And so Luis jumped on, and then he ended up finding a bid for CIM too. So there's 3 of us, me, Derek, and Luis went to. It was a fun weekend. So we flew in on Friday, did the lottery on Saturday, did the race on Sunday, flew home late that night. So let me build this up. So we're at the lottery. We're about 110 tickets into the lottery, and they have not called a person live yet. So usually if you're live, you get to run up on stage. They give you all this swag and stuff like that. So we're 110 people. Everyone's wanting someone to be called in person. And this is what happened. I posted this, and you might have seen. Most people must have seen because it's on my Facebook page. But Paul Gibbs, look at one of the first comments when it gets called.
16-ticket person from Clearwater, Florida, Luis Gomez. Well, that was easy. Took us 103 pulls to get him. Let's see, we got three more non-dupes here. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a couple. From Worcester, Ohio, 16-ticket person, Jake.
You can actually, what's funny, you can hear, as soon as he says 16 tickets from Clearwater, you hear me screaming because I know it's Luis. He was the only one there that got it. So it was pretty cool. Great. If you want to watch, I actually made a video of our trip out there, the Western States Lottery and CIM. You watch the full video. We actually run on the track, and then we go to CIM. We see us in CIM running. We run No Hands Bridge stuff. So it's a pretty cool video. It's on the Pacer Travel video. Western States Lottery and CIM. Back in 2020, and yes, it was 2020, so we were all wearing masks. So that's why we were wearing masks in it. So I I keep saying, like, in a couple more years, if I'm still not in, I'm going back out to the lottery because I want to be out there in person when my name gets picked. So, but we'll see. This year, I will be live streaming, so you'll get my full facial expression. If I get into the race, you'll get my full facial expressions on screen in the lottery. You'll hear me scream really loud. So. All right, so good luck to all the people in the lottery. If you go to the Pacer Travel Facebook page, I put up today, I'm like, who do you think is going to get in from Florida with one ticket? And I listed all the one ticket people. And so it was fun, people chatting today about who they think are going to get in under one ticket. So Bobby Joe picked Scott Hoover. I picked Shauna Banning. And there was a few other people in there. So we'll see. So we'll see what happens. So 2 years ago, I said Jacob Burnett's going to get in, and he had 2 tickets, and Jacob Burnett got in with 2 tickets. So we're not going to say Craig Betts. Nope.
He's already had his chance. That's somebody else.
All right, now we're going to go all the extra stuff. So the reason we brought Josh on, Josh just released a book. What is it called? Moving Forward. Running with grief. Josh, you want to talk about it for a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks again for having me on, Jeff and Bobby. So I'll back the story up just slightly here. So my wife, Erin, and I moved to Florida back in 2021, built a house, and then in 22 we moved into it in 2022 down in Punta Gorda and Babcock Ranch. Any Floridians know about that area? And then unfortunately 6 months later, she was involved in a car crash and on June 11th, and then she had bleeding in the brainstem, and ultimately she lost her life on June 16th. And so through that, and through that grieving period, I was already a runner, but more of a road runner, and started taking up trail running and started using running as my way of grieving, to just be out in the wilderness, be on the trails. And from there, I started getting involved in ultras and that sort of thing. But through that whole process, I knew I wanted to share the story about grieving and that journey. And so that's why the book's called Moving Forward, Running with Grief. It's the idea that we don't just move on from people that we lose, but what we do is you learn to move forward with it. And because you just don't forget about that person or just think you're just going to move off of it. You learn to move forward with it. And it was something that I wanted to fully experience. And so I wanted to put the words to the pages. And because I realized during this grief journey that grief never actually leaves you. It always stays with you. And so that's why I use the metaphor running with grief, and how running helped me, and how the trail running community helped me through that grieving process. And one of the first ultras I did, or the first ultra I did that Jeff talked about, was Sweat, Swat, and Swear. And that was actually in 2023. And I was able to share with him and a few others that were there about what had happened, and just kind of used the trail running community, because these longer races, you spend so much time together. And I think that's why I've gravitated so much towards the 100s and 200s, because you spend so much time with people, and the trail running community has ultimately become my community and my lifeline. So the book got released last weekend. So you can get it on, you get the ebook, or you can get the paperback on Amazon. And I think, Jeff, you mentioned you might be able to share the link for that. And so if that's something that resonates, it's definitely a book that's got a lot of positive things. But one of the things I do talk about is trying to get rid of the toxic positivity and having real conversations about grief, because we're all going to experience at some point in our life. And so I think this book is for anyone, not just, obviously, I think all you runners out there will resonate with it, but I think it's anything we go through in life. You have to learn to move forward with it. And, you can't change yesterday. You can only change today. So, that's the book. I'm happy to answer any questions, or Jeff or Bobby, if you guys have any questions. I can obviously talk longer about it, but just want to kind of give the brief summary about the book.
Yeah, we put the link in the show notes. So great to go there. I believe there was an audio copy and a
there's not an audio yet. There will be. So there's just the ebook and paperback and hard right now. Okay. Yeah. So the Audible, I'm sorry if I said Audible. The audio version won't probably come out into. Oh, thank you so much. KL Jenkins, I appreciate you. The audio version, that takes a lot longer, so I will start recording that in January, and I'm told with the timeline it should be out by May or June, so hopefully by Tahoe or Western States, the audio version will be out. I will be recording it myself because I think it's important that I tell this story and not somebody. And Morgan Freeman wasn't available, so so you get to hear my lovely voice. So, but yeah, I'm proud of this book. I really want to open up the conversation, have honest conversations, and know that, like, when tragic things happen to your life, it doesn't mean that your life ends. And I think people can use grief as a way to catapult themselves forward and rediscover themselves and discover things about themselves that they maybe never knew about themselves. And so I've had to rediscover myself. That's why, unfortunately, I ended up moving out of Florida. I actually live out of a camper van now. That's part of my grieving path is I've chose to live in this van and kind of tour around the country and do all these races out west. And but if you look at my ultra sign up, it will have a Florida address because my domicile is still technically in Florida because I love Florida. I still love Florida, but it was just it was time for me to to move out west and to explore. And who knows, maybe someday I'll move back to Florida.
Yeah, we'll still claim you as a Floridian. So it was funny. We were out there for Cocodona, and we finished the Eldon with the Flagstaff crest. Brian and I, and Josh is standing right there, and he's like, "Hey!" And I didn't even recognize him. And then we were chatting, and so we hung out a little bit after the race. And then the next day, we're running the Grand Canyon, rim to rim to rim, and Josh flows by us. And I turned to Brian and I go, "Was that Josh?" And he's like, "I don't know." And so then Josh is coming back the other way and blows by us the other way. And I'm like, I threw out the hey, like, hi, would he recognize me? And then we were talking afterwards. He's like, "Yeah, I saw you guys." He's like, "Yeah, I thought that was you guys in the Grand Canyon too."
Yeah, it's like it was like the same thing when I passed you guys, because I'm coming from the back. I kind of thought it was you, but I was like, I don't know. But obviously, when I came back the other way and past you guys going back, I definitely recognized you. But yeah, that was a fun race. That's when I got to meet Brian, and Brian's a great guy. Obviously he ran the Tahoe 200 last year and got to meet his whole family out there. Yeah, Jeff was out there pacing, so Jeff got a taste of Tahoe, so he's going to be plenty ready and knows what he's in for. Because how many miles did you end up doing out there, Jeff? Pacing?
Almost 80 miles.
Wow. Yeah. So you got
we came into we came into Brockway together. I don't even know what mile. Maybe 113. Should have been 113. It was probably 125.
Yeah, I think it's like 123, 124 on the way. Yeah, because that's another part of the out and back with that race.
Yeah. We got up and we were leaving together, and Josh was like, "I'll run with you guys," and it lasted like a tenth of a mile, and then he was just boom.
I was in rough shape before that, so I was feeling good. I think Brian got it too. That's the thing they call the Tahoe lung. So make sure you got your Mucinex ready, Jeff, if you end up running it, because you get this congestion from the pollen and stuff that's in the air, and I think the dust that just gets turned up from all the people running on it. But and then thanks to Nikki, Brian's wife, she gave me an extra Mucinex. I got one from somebody else because I didn't have any. I was like, "Oh, I'll be fine," because I was out there 3 days before helping mark the course, and I was like, "Oh, it didn't affect me." But I think after running 24 hours in it, that's when it finally hit me. And but yeah, I was able to definitely turn that race around.
Yeah, you came down into Brockway, and you can hear people just hacking lungs in the tents down there.
I think it's worse with all the people out there. They like throwing up the dust and everything.
I think that's part of it too. And the pollen's really bad that time of year. And so I think that's just because that race used to be in September. I don't think people had, and they just moved it, I think, after the COVID year, and then there was a fire out there. And so that's why they have the out and back. But Jeff, I think there's good news that it might get changed back to the whole loop course.
Really? I'm not holding high hope
for sure, but there's been, from what I understand, when I talked to Garrett, the race director, he says there's been positive conversations with the Forest Service out there, so we can cross our fingers. We'll actually get to do the full loop.
Yeah, the hard part is trying to figure out where you're going to stay. Like, I'm like, all right, we're going to stay in Incline Valley if we're doing out and back, because that seems the best. And it still might be the best route, is staying in Incline. So
that is the only challenge. That is a nice part with the out and backs, is you go to the same aid, all the same aid stations, twice. I mean, except for the two endpoints. But it's a great race.
Yeah. But to do the whole loop, that's honestly the dream right there. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. We got a couple other things we're gonna go through. The Strava, we have a Strava group, Josh, and what's funny is we're talking about this. I don't know if you. So the guy that our top runner this week is Stork, Michael Stork. He actually won Sweat, Swat, and Swear that year you ran it. So he was first, and I was second in the race.
What was his name? Is it Matt?
Michael Stork.
Michael Stork. Okay. Are you?
Yeah.
No, I think that must have been a different, because we did it in 23. I thought it was a Matt guy who was like in his 20s. Because you guys all broke the course. You guys all broke the course record. Because remember, the weather was wasn't sweaty. Actually, it was still cool.
Oh, so Brian wasn't there. Oh, I was just there.
Yeah,
it was just It
was in 23, not 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was my first ultra. So yeah, I didn't meet Brian there. Yeah, I was. I forgot Matt's last name. Beaucamp or something like that.
Yeah, Matt Beaucamp.
And then the third place guy was a guy that has long hair as well. I'm drawing
Richard.
Richard. Yeah, Rich. Yeah, you guys all broke the course record, and then you guys smoked me because I just. The little training on hills I had, even though I know it's not very hilly there, but compared to where I was out in Southwest Florida, it was, and being my first ultra, I got killed.
That's not bad for a first ultra at all. Fourth place, 4 hours, 23 minutes.
Not bad. I felt good. Definitely felt good. I feel like, okay, I can be competitive. And then Jeff, I've told him this earlier, like he definitely inspired me. Somebody my same age and still crushing it. So he definitely inspired Jeff to keep going.
That makes sense because I didn't remember seeing you at the other one, and I'm like, now that makes sense. We were on the regular course on that, and so that was the year. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna break. My goal is to break the course record and go under 4 hours. And so I broke the course record, went under 4 hours, and I still got beat by 15 minutes.
Yeah, those young guys. But I was going to say, too, it's interesting, you're talking about all the 21-year-olds. I mean, this sport is definitely getting younger and younger. Like you said, like Hans Troyer. I think a lot of these kids even come out of college, they're not doing the road running. They're going straight to the trails and the ultras, it seems like. So the sport has definitely, I think, changed over the last 3 or 4 years. So so hopefully us older guys can still compete. But I love it. I love the competition regardless of the age.
Jeff, if it makes you feel better that Matthew Baumkamp has pretty much won every race since. He's done.
He beat me at John Holmes that same year.
Yeah, he's won long play.
I think he's 20 years younger than us, too. 26 or 27 when we ran it that year. He's good. So, and the guy that was third place, I saw he's a local guy here. So he had cancer. Yeah, he had just had cancer and bounced back. I just saw him out of that. I remember chatting with him about that. Yeah, it was super inspiring too. Yeah, it was such fun run with you guys early on, about the half marathon, and then you guys started slipping away from me. But it was so much fun. I'll always remember that race because that was my first ultra.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. So, all right. So Stork was top runner this week, 101 miles, and then there was a huge gap. You had Vince Carter, and everyone's taking the holidays off over the holidays. And then Brian was third. Josh, you jump on here and you can take the vert every single week. So we don't, a lot of these are bullshit. Like Greg Caro, he has a Garmin, so his Garmin doesn't track well. And
Oh, you mean the 3,400 feet I got on the track doesn't count? Do you think that was wrong?
John's up in Tallahassee, so John might get to 2,400. I think Stork was up in the mountains, so he might have gotten the set. No, he was out west. He was out where you are out there, so he probably got
I'm definitely not up in that mileage yet, but I will be. Come New Year's. I think I'm doing 40, 50 miles a week right now. But yeah, definitely on the vert. Yeah, it used to be funny ways to tell people when I would train in Florida, like, I'd run like 80, 100 miles and have like 1,000 feet of vert when I was living in Punta Gorda. It's like, it's like people are doing that in like a mile, at some of these, mile or two of these races. Yeah, I'll definitely.
That would be our hill workout is.
Yeah. And Charlotte was our top female this week. So
Nice.
And this is, Josh, if you would have seen this a couple weeks ago, we had one person do 444 miles. Well, Arian's hadn't showed up yet. We had the cross.
Yeah, Arian never showed up.
So
I had 206 miles and I didn't win for a week. So, talking about big miles, so we have this guy down in St. Pete, Doug Mail, and he's going after the 1,000-mile month. So he's did so far he's done 37 miles. He's usually averaging about 37 miles a day. He's at 147.4 so far. So Doug's going out every morning running. So it's gonna be fun to watch Doug do this. So Doug, I think he's in his mid 50s. So he retired maybe a year or so ago, and then just started running. And so he loves it. He did 6 days. He did a 10-day out at 6 days in the Dome, and then him and his wife did the Tahoe Rim Trail right after we were out there.
That's who was at PTC.
What's that?
Were they the ones at PTC that were sitting? You were talking about them.
Yep. And then they actually had a water stop at the Tampa Bay 100 because it goes right past his house. So we're gonna keep an eye on Doug. Doug's kicking butt out there doing 100K, 50K or more every single day. So, and it's a great write-up. If you read his write-up, he talks about his shoes. He talks about how, what did he almost run over the other day? A squirrel or something. Something went in front of him. So Doug's a great guy. We love following Doug. I say Doug is what I want to be when I retire. Just running, just constantly running.
Just constantly running. I love it.
All right, to the podcasts. We got a couple podcasts. I'm going to. Marty did.
We have 3 podcasts that we now have to promote.
Oh yeah. So Marty dropped 2 of them, or I was catching up. So he did one with Shauna Banning, which was good, and then he did one with Carrie Mang and John Trent of Western States. And so this was a good one. They talked a lot about how Western States is doing a podcast. They talked about the lotteries. They talked about all kinds of things. So this is John Trent talking here. So I'm hoping this comes through. Let me know right away, because I think you know if it's coming through.
You remembered a couple of years ago the fireside chat and all that stuff. I remember, there were several different times seeing you and everything, talking to you, saying hi and all that stuff, and it just you always are so positive with people, and I think that's kind of like, what you present, when you do your podcast, when you're out with people and everything. And it's hard not to be inspired by your story and all the things, you've gone through in your life and who you are today and everything. I really firmly believe that, it's all about evolution and everything. And, the way we were, 30 years ago and the way we are today, it's always an incredible journey to find out, what happened to people. That's why I love journalism so much. And that's why I've always enjoyed interviewing people. You are one of the really, in a sport of interesting people, you are right up there in terms of that, just in terms of all the things that you've done throughout your life, and where you are today, where people look up to you and look to you for guidance and everything. And I think that's important. So I just wanted to tell you, thanks for all that. And I do remember seeing your smiles several different times throughout that weekend. It was cool.
Well, thanks. That means a lot, John.
See why I asked him to be my co-host?
Yeah, that was John Trent talking about Marty. So, and I told Marty, I think John did a great job of building, describing you, Marty. So, all right. So that's one of the podcasts. The next one, the WTF podcast, the Where's the Finish podcast. These guys are out of Ocala, Florida. I don't know what. So this week they had Emily Quintanilla. Did I say that correctly?
Good job, Jeff.
Yeah,
Good job.
I say the real name. So it literally had me laughing the whole time. And if you haven't heard it, or if you have heard it, you'll know why. So here, this is how they kicked it off, and the whole rest of the show was like this.
As Iosa.
That's true. Yeah.
Like Jeff Iosa.
Yeah.
You were not around for him saying Iosa.
Forever.
But
Iosa.
Nobody ever says Jeff.
Yeah.
It's
always
so
Jeff
Iosa.
Iosa.
But I've never heard of any other Jeff.
Is there another Jeff? There's no.
I don't think there's another Jeff. There is a Joe Miller and a Joe Miller.
You have to differentiate, but there's no other Jeff.
There's
Jeff
says
his last name.
It's always Jeff.
Jeff Iosa, because it's Iosa.
Or just Iosa.
Cool
Sometimes I just say Iosa.
Yeah. It is a very cool last name.
It is a cool name. He should put that on his shirts. Those shirts should say Iosa. It should be Iosa Travel. That would be amazing.
Well, Pacer Travel on the front, and just like the
and Party in the back.
Just Iosa on the back.
Iosa.
It would be catchy like Stanza. Like
Jeff, are you listening to this? Because this is great marketing information for you. I wore my Iosa shirt today. Your Pacer Travel shirt today? Nice. It looks good on me. That is actually a really, really nice shirt. They're super comfortable.
So while we're talking about this, Jeff Iosa, if you're listening, I need you to bring my shirt to Festivus.
Okay.
We'll be there.
We know he's not listening because he never listens to the podcast. That's not true. Ever. That's not true.
Aww.
Ever, never. Like, he's probably the first download of the week.
Yeah. So because you wore, I believe it was Kevin's shirt.
Yeah. I
for a portion of what we're going to talk about today, which is your Tampa 100.
All right.
All right.
That was literally the whole bit. They were. There, it was a great episode. Talk about Emily. She got second place at the Tampa Bay 100. So Josh, we do the 54-mile aid station is in my driveway in Dunedin because we're right off of the Pinellas Trail. So they go right by my house. So a few years ago, they're like, "Hey, will you do the aid station?" I go, "If you make the course go past my house." It was literally within a quarter mile of my house, so they just rerouted. So we have a huge party here for that Tampa Bay 100 race, and we're grilling out front. It's a great time. So Emily talks about how she got second place in the race, and it's great. And yes, Emily, I am bringing your shirt up to Festivus tomorrow. So we're excited about that. So, all right, a couple other things. If you're looking for a video to watch this week, they just launched this video. This is a free trail, a lap for Bill, Zach Miller's HardRock 100. I haven't seen it yet, but it should be pretty good. It talks about Zach Miller carried a picture of this guy Bill who had passed away years before, and so it's supposed to be really good. So I'm going to try and watch it over the next couple of days. We're going to kind of go through stuff. I was telling Bobby Joe that a couple big races, Gorges and Broken Arrow, they both picked up a huge sponsor with ACG, which is All Conditions Gear, and me and Bobby Joe aren't too happy because we're not big Nike fans.
Not big Nike fans is a really nice way to put it.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Everybody has a preference.
But we were talking about the prize purse at the Broken Arrow, $150,000 prize purse. So they're going to go 10 deep in a lot of the races. So that's that race. So what's cool about Broken Arrow is it falls the weekend before Tahoe and Western States. So it falls in that week before. You watched a couple of those races last year, right?
Yeah, they're actually it's the week after Tahoe 200.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And then TrailCon, I was at a TrailCon as well. So yeah, great atmosphere. Yeah, I think the sport is definitely going to get more endorsements like that, which is good. I think for the sport, that's why it's going to get more competitive as more money comes in.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be. It'll be interesting to see what it brings in for that. So. But that'd be great. I'm hoping I'll be out there for Broken Arrow this year. So not to run it. I'm not running it, but I would love to. I'd love to watch it. So
yes.
All right. What else do we have on there? Bring up the the Run Fluent Christmas race. We have a race coming up soon. A bunch of us are doing the relay. I should have had this loaded already. Here it is.
Remember I said never prepared?
Yeah, we try. The problem is I had so many tabs going across the top. All right, so we got did this pop up? Here it is. Okay, Run Fluid. So we picked up a couple more. So there's 3 races going on. We're really only following the 7 hours 2-person relay. So we got you got Double Trouble. Ooh, we picked up a couple more.
Yeah, we're first.
Yeah, you got Double Trouble, which is Loanne and Bobby Joe. Then you got Not Home, Not Alone. That's they're out of Ohio. Darren Burton, Macy Power. Then you got Team Pacer Travel with Nikki Reyna and me. The Pokey. This is a new one. I don't know these people. Laura and Vincent. I want to say Pookie, but I don't think that it is. And then the Voluntoads, they've been on for a while. Kelly Jeter and Jose Mandera. And then Turbo and Turtle is a fun one. So that's John Keir and Justin, Loanne's husband. So John Keir's fast runner, and then Justin will be out there. So we're hoping Justin's a great cook, so we're hoping he'll cook in between loops.
He's gonna be cooking between laps.
Yeah, so I told Justin that's what he had to do. So we're gearing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 teams in there. We're trying to get some more teams. Our goal is to have fun out there, so we're gonna have a blast.
Yes, because considering where my fitness is, there's not going to be a competitive spirit.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. I don't know what happened. Sorry. I'm going to pull this up. So we got 2. This is not running related, but it is, I would call it ultra related, just a different type of. Where's Jordan? We got 2 friends.
ENG.
Kayaking from
it's
Key
England.
West to Miami. Yeah. No, EL. Yeah.
It's England.
Jordan, come on. So Jordan just did a double of the Cross Florida 200.
I think it's Jordan with it. Oh.
No, it's UND.
No, I meant his first name.
Oh, what is it?
I think it's right there. Go back.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, Jordan. So Jordan just did a double of the Cross Florida 200 course. So he ran it both ways. So he did 400. What was his? I saw that he just posted the.
Yeah, I saw his post too.
Was it under? Damn it, Jordan. Where do you have it? So all right. Well, they had a tracker. Definitely moving much slower
than the first site. But yeah, so he is kayaking from starting at Key West and then and going to Miami.
Yeah. I guess I'm not friends with Blake.
So so they're on an ultra kayaking adventure.
Wow.
Yeah. So sorry, we were gonna try and get it up, but I missed it. So I did look at what their progress was. So they were moving pretty well.
And it's hard because I don't know what to expect from a kayaking trip. Like they could go 2 miles and I would think that's impressive. I don't know how far they're supposed to go in a certain amount of time. So
yeah.
Any of it's impressive. I mean, just saying you're going to take on that feat in those waters. That's great. Do they have they're doing it solo or do they have like?
I think they're in a double kayak. I think they're trying to stay close to shore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Close enough.
All right. Yeah, I think they were 5 hours in. I think they'd only gone like 11 or 12 miles. I'm like, ooh.
So how did he say how long he expects it to take?
He did. I can't remember what it was. I don't know why it's not on his Facebook.
Is it a one like a all in one go? Do they have food and stuff, or they have to stop?
No, I think they're gonna pull into shore and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure. So this was bad. I shouldn't have talked about it unless I had it. And I looked at it before and I can't find it. So all right. So maybe they'll still be at it next Thursday. All right. Another Christmas race coming up. We're trying to wrap things up. To Slay It, Bobby Joe. We were talking about this before we got on. They're doing a 12-hour, 5 miles, and a 6-hour race. This is in Bobby Joe. You want to talk about this one?
It's an ultras race, so the aid stations will be the main event with pancakes, waffles, whatever in the morning, bacon, and then all of Scott's meats for lunch. So, but yeah, it's around the lake. It's at the Lake Wales Park, the same place they have their turkey trot. It's a horseshoe shape. So it's like the start finish is in the middle, and you go up and down this way and up and down this way around the lake. See what I mean? Yeah, it's a nice. There's plenty of parking. It's super affordable. It's if you're not at the other race that weekend, which is Ancient Oaks, then come to this one and put up some good miles in some good weather. So
yeah, I'm doing this on there. So so that's the other one. You got Ancient Oaks coming up, same weekend. I don't think that shows up on Ultra Sign Up.
It's not on there. That's on Run Sign Up.
Yeah, Ancient Trail. So I can't tell you who's in that race. So we'll try and get you the list next week. Mike can give us that list. So I thought he'll be timing this weekend, but I think we get his son Dan. We're hoping we get. Well, we like Dan, but we like talking to Mike Melton. He has some good stories. So all right. So just wrapping up. We talked about Ancient Oaks, Jordan. One last thing right before I went on. I had asked about. I'd sent an email to the Cross Florida RDs asking them two questions. One question was they had a runner that got in a car and rode for 22 miles and then got out of the car and finished the race, and they gave her an unofficial. And I asked why it was an unofficial and not a DQ. And the other question I asked, did they get a belt buckle? And they didn't answer the question about a belt buckle, but here's what they said about the runner. So this runner Ultra Sign Up offers a new unofficial category, which is bullshit because they've always had the unofficial category. We put Alexandra. Sorry, I wasn't going to say her name. And we put it in based on assisted car ride. She is ranked below all other runners without assistance. This is very much like in our venture races where we move racers to non-compete or assisted category. They are not eligible for awards. In the ultra community,
this isn't an adventure race. This is the ultra community. If someone is disqualified, say, for example, at Western States after running 100 miles and can't make it around the track and has to put their arm on somebody and they're disqualified, then this is a disqualification.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know in the chat, that actually happened. So.
An unofficial is when you miss the final cutoff time and you still finish.
You're over 5 minutes, an hour, whatever they want to give you, but you followed the rules.
Yeah, years ago, Justin Yonkers finished PTC. He was 10 minutes over cutoff. We gave him an unofficial, and he was very appreciative. He didn't get official, but he got an unofficial. We didn't. It wasn't a DNS or anything like that. So,
and really, all it does is affect your Ultra Sign Up score.
Okay. So here's my second question. I said, you had a runner competing for $1,000 money purse, was caught twice taking aid outside of an aid station. He was caught once by Julian sleeping in a crew car outside of Juniper Springs. He was caught again by myself sleeping in a crew car 3 miles south of the 88 store. We're about 125 to 130 miles into the race, and he was leading the race. We were told the RDs gave permission for this. If this is the case, why was this allowed for the runner competing for the money purse? Their answer was, regarding crew assistance was authorized by the race director for the safety of the runner. The crew called to ask, and it was approved. This happened several times during the event based on hypothermia. It wasn't hot out. It wasn't cold out. And the runner's safety always comes first over the crew rules. In this scenario, he would not have been eligible for awards.
But again, at other races, if you get medical need or need outside of aid station, then you are automatically disqualified. Marty will tell you that story from Javelina, and he got water in between a loop when he wasn't supposed to. And if he was an ultra brain, so he wasn't thinking, but if he knew or realized he was going to get disqualified, he wouldn't have taken the water. But that's, if they are going to continue to host ultras in Florida or anywhere, they need to follow ultra rules. And what's going to happen is they're just not going to get anybody to register because it's a small community and word's going to spread. And, you know, in this case, they're saying the runner called or the crew called. So does that mean any of you guys could have called at any point and just said, hey, I'm out of water and it's 9 miles to the next aid station. Can my wife bring me some or something like that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and we don't know how much we had long sections, 26-mile section without any water drop, without any aid stations or stuff like that. So I don't know if he took crew from there. He was leading the race when Julian ran up on him, because you kept saying, you're like, there's a runner sleeping.
Like he's sitting there and you could see his tracker wasn't moving and it was,
And then
but he was in the woods. He wasn't on the trail. So the car was parked back.
Well, we were at a section at where we were along the road in a dirt road. There was supposed to be an aid station there. So, and then we called him on a section where I slept twice on my own against trees in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night. And then I'm coming up to a fire road and I actually called Bobby Joe. I'm like, hey, look at my tracker. Tell me if I move into second place. Cause I can see a car with its lights on. And she's like, yep, you just moved into second place. And I go, all right, we caught him again. So we did find out that he did ask for permission, but still we weren't told.
But again, if there was a point where you would ever have thought to call and ask the RD to change the rules for you.
Yeah, well, whatever's written in the rule book is the way. You can't change it in the middle of a race.
Exactly. Yeah.
This happened at Black Canyon this year too. I mean, people just need to follow the rules. If you don't, I mean, it's on you if you don't know the rules. Read the rule book.
Well, and again, you read the rule, but you follow the rules. It's just a race. You know, it's not. I mean, it's not affecting anyone's livelihood if they get disqualified. I mean, for the most, So
these longer races, like, it is a big deal to me. Like, I mean, yes, it is a race. It's not our livelihood for most of us, but it's still like follow the rules.
Right. If you go in, right. I'm saying the people who would get disqualified. Yeah. If you
change something in the beginning, or you send something out or a mass text like, hey, because of the colder weather, we're going to allow you to get additional aid between these aid stations. If you can communicate that well in the middle of a race, you have to be able to communicate that to everyone versus like somebody just calling and asking.
Right. Exactly.
I appreciate the runner doing that, but I think as a race director, you'd be like, no, we can't change the rules. Or if you have the capability of, like you said, doing a mass text or communication to your team, but that's kind of hard to do too.
And I'm busting my butt to follow the rules.
Right, exactly, and do it the right way. I mean, it's just fair, but yeah.
Well, it's a non-ultra runner running RDing a race, so.
There you go.
All right, that is it.
All right, wait, there's one more thing I want to bring up. And it is so can you see this? This is YouTube Music. This is us on YouTube Music now. So YouTube Music has podcasts on it. So even though we're technically a live show and technically a YouTube show, we can push ourselves to the podcast to get more people. And this way, with YouTube Music, you can listen with your phone locked. You can listen while you're on the run. You can catch it, in your car or whatever, without having to have the video playing, unless you obviously pay for YouTube, where you don't have to. But this is free. So now we're just opening up channels for more people to be able to catch us and enjoy. So now I've been working on that and updating everything. So
if you look, she's gone through 2 episodes, updated these.
There's 3 now. Yeah, I'm updating. So because this was our first year, we are 42 episodes in now, not counting some of the little other episodes, the side episodes. But yeah, our first year, we definitely are, still in that learning thing. But so part of what I'm doing is going back through each episode, updating the thumbnails, the title, the descriptions, the keywords, the links, and adding timestamps. So we're hoping this will especially be useful for people that are new to the sport or new to any of the races, because we've almost covered every single Florida race now. Yeah. So if you are coming to Florida to race one of these races, you'll be able to go on YouTube, search, long haul or whatever, and we'll pop up with our descriptions, with who we've talked about, with the recap, the previews, and then also the race directors and athletes that we've had on the show. So it'll just make it a lot easier for people to find us and find the information they're looking for.
Yeah, those thumbnails look great. Those will help too. That makes such a big difference. Those thumbnails.
I told you the views are going up on number 2. Like this was almost a year ago. But
it's a
the more polished, the better it'll do.
It's
that's how their algorithm works.
So we're and unfortunately this can't be our full-time job, but so it'll take a little time, but we're working on it.
That's great. You guys have done a lot. Wow, that's a lot in a year.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So this weekend, tune in for Festivus. We'll be out there all weekend. Tune in. Just play it in the background. We'll take the views. Chime in. We love to chat. We'll be watching Western States too. So while you're watching Western States, throw on the live stream. So it'll be fun to interact with you guys. So all right, have a good week. Good luck to everyone running Festivus. Thanks.